Yahweh. I'm a drone pilot, cinematographer, and a travel enthusiast. So I hope this gives you a better description of what I do and who I am.
Join me today as I share a day in my life as a filmmaker as we work at sea today.
Hey, as a filmmaker, my work is predominantly on land, but today I've taken up a new challenge. I've done this before, that was in 2023, where I did the documentary at sea, but unfortunately I lost my drone. But hey, I'm here again. The fact that I lost my drone at sea doesn't mean I shouldn't work or take up any documentary or any project that's at sea that brings me back to the sea. So we are well prepared this time to mitigate any constraints that come our way.
Now let's look at how we get to the vessel offshore. So we use a small boat called the Barracuda. That's what transports us to the bigger vessel at sea. When we arrive next to the vessel, we climb our way onto it. We take turns till we all get on board safely. Although we have lunch on board the vessel, I always carry my own water and snack along. And there's lots of coffee and fruit on board for our convenience. Just like any proper institution does, they take records of whoever gets on board the vessel at any point in time.
So let me give you a little bit insight of where I am and some of the things around. So the flag you see there is the flag of France. And it is there because the ship is owned by a French company. We came all the way from France. That's how come you see the flag of France here. And on top here is the flag of Ghana flag. So any country the vessel gets to or dock, they hoist the flag of that country up there. That's how come you see the Ghana flag there. And this is a crane, I think so. Anyway, I'll give you more insights when you go downstairs. Up here is the captain's deck. Before you get on board, you need to have your life jacket, a reflector, and a safety boot. So the shoes we brought from our houses, we don't bring them here. We wear safety boots, and there's a helmet that you have to wear as well. Yeah. So you are fully protected when it comes to safety on board the vessel. So on this project, I'm working with Freeman, who is my assistant, and on this project, he is the on-site photographer for the projects we're working on at the moment. Freeman, say hi to the camera.
Hi.
So he's been the one behind the camera all this while, and he's doing an amazing job.
On our first day at work, we did a tour on board the vessel, and we were showed all the emergency procedures. If any emergency arises, we know what to do.
So my work here is very simple on paper, but very demanding. Most especially the fact that the terrain we are in is a very hostile one. It's not a friendly terrain at all. Working on the ocean is somewhat quite unfamiliar to myself. Although I've been here before, it's still the sea always has mysteries that unveils itself. Any point in time you come here, or any day you come here, you see something or you experience something very different from the previous or your previous visit. So my work here is to produce a documentary. There's an installation going on at the moment. So I'm basically producing a documentary. As I said, it looks very simple on paper, but hey, it's very demanding. But this is our job, this is what we sign up for. We're here to do our best and do what we love doing, creating stories and produce the best for our clients.
So I asked a series of questions to get aligned with these guys on board the vessel so as to get my job rolled out the easiest way possible. So I had the chance to be at sea in a similar project in the past. But with this particular project, anytime I made the journey from land onto the vessel, I experienced motion sickness. So I had medications on me for motion sickness to suppress the symptoms I go through or experience.
If you ask me if I would want to take up a project like this again in the future, I would say yes, a very big yes. Although the risk factor associated with jobs like this is very high. But I would say it's very rewarding to take up projects of your interest or project that interests you and fail at it than to take up projects that you do not have any interest in and eventually fail.
But if you go against all odds and take up a high-risk project of this nature, it comes in as very rewarding if you are successful in executing it, and it also has a very fulfilling feel attached to it.
In projects like this, communication is very key, most especially when these individuals are of different nationality. You need to make sure they align with what you have in mind, so you are able to maximize their output on what you expect them to do. If you've watched this video up to this point, then probably it's safe to say that I'm good at what I do, because I've been able to engage you up till this point with my storytelling prowess. Then probably in the future, when you want to consider booking or hiring the services of a filmmaker, you might want to consider me.
Not just a filmmaker, a good storyteller for that matter.
So the nature of the job and the terrain we find ourselves in demands that we film from very complicated perspectives and angle, and that's when our drone comes in handy. So we are here. These are the stations where we're working today, and I'm already feeling tense. I'll tell you why. So today's production involves camera work and then drone, and the place is very windy. And I've lost a drone here before. I was doing a similar work for the same company, and then I lost a drone. I think that was like 2 years ago, and I'm back here. And I'm having some post-trauma disorders. Like it's kicking in. The fear is kicking in. But hey, let's see how it goes. Let's see how things go. No one forced me to sign up for this job, Yeah, that's for the fun and the adventure of it. Yeah, wish me luck.
Take off. Home point updated.
Drones are very sophisticated devices that demands your full attention when using it. But the environment we are in even makes it more complicated, since the flying conditions here for the drone is a little bit more extreme as compared to land. It pushes the drone to its limit. It can be very windy here at any time. As I've mentioned earlier, I've lost a drone here at sea before in a similar project I undertook some years ago, but I deemed it as an occupational hazard. The whole beauty of the work comes from when you are gripped in fear, but you rely on the courage you have and the robust piece of technology inside of that flying camera. What makes flying drone here more different, scary, or even dangerous is the fact that should you crash your drone on land, you can salvage the wreckage, but here, should you crash your drone here at sea, it goes down in the ocean and quickly becomes a part of the aquatic ecosystem. One thing I'll say is that it's good to welcome new challenges, and nothing big really comes from being in your comfort zone. It's good to dare yourself and push yourself to the limit. Working here has opened me up to a whole new world of professionals, whole new environments, and a very memorable experience at sea. And I must say I'm very proud of myself and my team for executing this project successfully, and also the client for having enough confidence in my team. And I can't wait for my next filmmaking adventure.
Okay, bye-bye.
I believe you enjoyed a day in my life as a filmmaker at sea. Feel free to ask any questions on your mind with regards to what you just watched. Please like our video, share so other people can see.
And I can't wait to share my next filming adventure with you soon. Bye for now.